And welcome back to the Talkin Yanks pregame show. My name's Jomboy. I'm coming to you from New Jersey. I got Jake, he's my co-host. We've been doing these before every game. It's a lot of fun to talk about what we're about to watch. A lot of fun. We got another lineup, Jake, that I'm happy with the guys. Out of the available guys, I'm happy with the guys that they decided to throw out there. We got Gardner leading off. Wrong sheet. Gardner leading off. Judge playing right field. Voit at first. Gary Sanchez is DHing today. Glaber's at short. DJ's at second. Clint is playing left field. Urshela's at third base. And Romine's catching. And Johnny Lasagna is on the bump. I think this is our infield defense for a little bit now. I think there's Urshela at third. Glaber at short. DJ at second. Voit at first. I think that's going to be the defense for a while. Well, I mean, Bird might get more chances. We'll see. But Bird's out, and Romine's in. Gary is DHing. I wonder, Jake, first, how are you?
Hey, Jim. Hey.
Not enough time for pleasantries on here, but I will let you know I'm freezing cold. I'm playing through being cold right now. How are you? You look warm.
Yeah, I'm okay. Normal room temperature. We're going room temperature pregame show today. Like it.
Nice.
What's going on in the dome?
You think this was a planned half off day for Gary, or do you think that nut shot, he was like, yo, can I just not catch for one night?
Little column A, little column B. I think they were probably planning on getting Romine a start this series. And after the day after the day Birdie had yesterday, I think that factored in. Greg Bird looked awful at the plate. You and I normally give Greg Bird more love than a lot of the internet. Greg Bird looked bad yesterday. Give him the day off. You put Gary in the DH spot because, Jim, I think what it is with Gary swinging the bat the way he is, we can't give him full days off for a little bit.
Yeah, I differ. I think this is a nutshot day off. And Bird being terrible. Because with the off day on Thursday, I don't think Romine was scheduled to play a game this series. There's not really any need to. But Gary took a shot right to the nuts. So give him the day off. And like you said, Bird looked terrible. So I'm fine with this lineup.
Yeah, I'd say the only thing, and you may be right, I think it's just a little bit of opinion. Man, if we're going to have Tyler Wade on there, Wader can play some defense. And, I mean, Urshela was solid yesterday with the glove and with the bat a little bit. It's going to tie into my what to watch for a little bit. But, man, Garrett Cole is mean. Garrett Cole is mean. And I know me asking for Tyler Wade's bat is some hilarious irony. But with all the righties, I wouldn't hate just singing Tyler Wade flail at a few down there.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, we said on an earlier pregame show that Tyler Wade's best at bat is a 3-pitch strikeout.
I didn't say that.
We both said that what we would, if you're going to go up there, all we need to do is work the count. So at least see 3 pitches before you make out.
All right. Keep it moving.
The Astros have Springer, same exact lineup. White is out, so we can't walk him to give up the lead tonight. That's a bummer. And Kemp is in. Kemp's playing left field. Astros have a good lineup. Tank kind of handled them nicely, but yeah, they got Cole pitching.
Yeah, I think in an ideal world, they love having Tony Kemp down there, kind of the double leadoff, and he's a pest when it's right. 5'6" guy. The 2 shortest guys in the league are on the Astros. How about that? Talking Stros, talking short guys. Yeah, it's going to be a lot to navigate, and it falls on the shoulders of Johnny Laza the day after the bullpen blows a game.
Yeah, it's crazy. We have never seen Garrett Cole before, so there's not many. I think Paxton has 2 at-bats versus him, interestingly enough. I think Voit has an old at-bat. There's nothing relevant in the batter versus pitcher matchups with Garrett Cole at all. In his last 2 starts, he's actually pitching pretty well this season. He had that start with Culpa, the umpire, who was giving him nothing, which led to 3 runs in that Texas game in his very last start. So if he gets a friendly umpire today, Garrett Cole might be the happiest guy in the world, might be like really in the zone. Like, okay, now don't have to deal with that anymore. So
yeah,
Let's look for the umpire to make some questionable calls on Cole, and then Cole has to be like, fuck, I got to do this all again. Breaks his spirit. He has 10 strikeouts in his first game this season, 9 in his next. Don't like seeing this. The last time we faced a guy, Boyd, on the Tigers, who had a lot of strikeouts, he struck out everyone.
Ahem.
So, not excited. That's what scares me when I look at Cole's last 2 games.
Ahem. What to watch for?
Oh. Okay. Well, let's go into it. What's your what to watch for? I thought it was working the count.
All right, my what to watch for. quick one, early one today. Garrett Cole, as you mentioned, Jimmy, the strikeouts in his last 2 games. He's got 19 strikeouts. As you mentioned, it's in 12 innings, Jim. We saw what happened with Matthew Boyd, as you well mentioned there. And we need to just work some at bats because right now Garrett Cole is looking 2 through 9 in our lineup, and he sees all righties. Yesterday, we made Verlander work a little bit. It was 37 pitches each time through the lineup. That's 4.1 pitches in at bat. We gotta see Garrett Cole work because Jimmy, you mentioned when Cole is right, he's a strikeout guy. The Yankees are susceptible to the strikeout. Hopefully, Johnny Laza is dealing if we do have that friendly ump, because then it could be a strikeout fest both ways. But right now, I just want to see them make Cole work, because his stuff is arguably the dirtiest on the Stros right now. Verlander's still good, and he's building up towards something, and when the playoffs come, he's the guy you don't want to see on the mound. But yeah, we got to make Garrett Cole work today because some of those guys towards the bottom of the lineup, if those are free outs, those innings are just going to go by quick. It's going to be the 6th inning, and we'll say, shoot, we have 0 or 1 run.
Yep. So far in Cole's 2 games, he has only given up 2 2-strike hits. And how many innings did you say he's pitched? 12?
12.
So if you get 2 strikes on him, it's been pretty tough for teams to get a hit. So that's something to look for. So I don't know. Does that counterbalance the working account scenario if you see that?
Not necessarily. I think the Yanks are a strikeout team. He's a strikeout pitcher. Hopefully this is a good test for them and they can reward it. If you want to be a little positive, in each start he gave up 3 runs and 4 runs. The 4 runs it was only 1 earned run. So hey, maybe we'll just Garrett Cole. Maybe the defense quits on him today. I don't know, man. He threw 101 and 105 in the first 2 games, so he's out there ready to throw some bullets. We had Verlander at 111 through 6, so I don't know. We saw them use some of their pen yesterday. Our biggest guy, we saved Chad and Araldis. I know you're going to talk about that a little bit, and why don't you talk about it for what you're watching for, James?
Yeah, and then we'll talk about Johnny Lasagna a little bit as well later. But I want to know how the first person out of the pen is going to be, because it's going to be, in my opinion, Sessa or Canely. And I think it's going to be Sessa or Canely no matter the situation.
I think it's going to be Sessa.
I think no matter if it's a 2-run game in the 6th or a tied game after 4, I think Sessa or Canely's coming into this game early. Like we said, Britton and Ottavino got working yesterday, and they organized these things beforehand. And I think they're going to try and piggyback Sessa with Lasagna, or I think it's going to be Sessa as well, but Canely, some back-end guy, not top guy.
Maybe Canely mid-inning. They'd want to give Sessa a clean sheet.
Maybe. So I want to know who's going to come out there, and I think we kind of know. I'd be shocked if it wasn't one of those two. Because
I could see a world if he puts together a good start or the Yankee, it's a real tight game. You could see multiple inning Chad come out. I guess that would be the wild card.
Yeah, they did get Holder up yesterday, but he didn't pitch.
And let's be honest, Jim. Loizaga's the what to watch for that we didn't want to talk about this game because you could essentially say the starting pitcher every game. But this one's multiplied, man. I mean, we're coming up on the Gio Gonzalez timeline. We just got bad Sevy news. And we're facing the Astros after a game we lost we should have won. I mean, Are we getting 4.1 and some strikeouts from Lasagna? Can he get to 6 somehow? Are we not getting to 4.1 with Lasagna? That's going to be the story of this game.
I don't think they're going to let him throw more than 90 pitches. He threw 70 last outing.
Okay.
And I think that is even kind of a big jump because they're going to slowly increase his workload. So I think they're not going to let Lasagna throw more than 90 pitches tonight. And he got 70 last game. It was 70 pitches, 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, 3 walks over 4 innings.
So how about this? This will be fun. So let's say Johnny Laza does his thing. He throws a lot of pitches. He goes like 4 flat, only 1 run again, but they're about to come up for a third time, and he's already thrown like 70 pitches. So we've got to go 5 innings. How you doing it?
5 innings, and let's just say it's tied or we're winning.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's within
a game.
It's within 2 runs either way. Well, I mean, how I'm doing it, I don't. That's irrelevant. I'm going to try and guess how I think they would do it.
Okay.
So I think if it's a clean inning, I think it's Sessa for max 2, or for at least they would want 2 innings out of Sessa.
They're going to try to get 2.
5th and 6th. Now, if we take the lead, then they'll go to a third pitcher. If we don't, they're going to keep Sessa out there because that's how they do things. So I think it's going to be Sessa. I don't think Ottavino's available.
No, not today. You can't.
So I think you go Sessa, Chad. That's 5, 6, Chad 7, Britton 8. You throw them out there, so it's a short memory. Chapman 9.
Yeah, you might even try to double up Chad today. I feel like we might see that if the Yankees have the lead.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting because I think Ottavino's out. Britton scares us now because he fucked up yesterday, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Jimmy, with the Ottavino thing, I wouldn't be surprised with the off day coming after the series if the Yankees do everything in their power to not use Ottavino again this series to try to get the extra rest day out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds smart, but they've been like anti-smart with Ottavino. Like they've used him.
He's earning his paychecks these days.
They rest every reliever so much, and they're just everyday Ottavino right now. So
out there in toilet pod.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Homer Draft.
Home draft. It's the Homer Draft.
No one
your favorite beer that's on draft.
No one got Judge yesterday. None of us, neither of us picked him. We got Cole today. No one's got an at bat versus Cole before, and I get to pick first, I believe.
Yes.
So here's my thoughts. No one has an at bat versus Cole, really. That matters. Right. My favorite person in a situation where they've never seen the pitcher before is Gleyber Torres.
Nice.
I think he needs the least prep time to face a pitcher. Does that make sense?
A little bit. You like how he can he can find a pitcher. I mean, that's all we saw from Gleyber last year. So yeah.
Yeah, he makes adjustments and just goes. So I'm going Gleyber Torres.
I like Gleyber. I like that a lot. Jim, this is low-key a big game. This is to give the Yankees a chance to win the series. I'm going with the big man. I'm going with Judge. He got one yesterday. He's hot. And I think if he gets a homer today, know how we said if Gary got one on Sunday, he ended up getting 3, then we could officially say like Gary's hot and Gary's back. If Judge catches one today, Judgy's hot. And I think the lineup really needs him today, so I'm going with the big fella. And to pair up with him, this one I've been on the fence with, I am going to go with, Clint just missed one yesterday.
Ooh, that's a fun choice.
I'm not going with it. Give me, you know what? Give me Voit. I think Voit had the nice single yesterday. Cole likes pumping that fastball. Voit runs into one and either parks one short porch and left or short porch and right.
I think he does have an at bat versus Cole as well. Voit has one. I'm gonna guess it's from. They used to be in the same division, National League Central.
Yeah, NL Central. Yeah, Pirates and Cards.
Pirates and Cards. So I think Voit. He did slap. You know, he's got an on base. He's got a hit or he's got reached base safely every game this season.
It's kind of wild, man. It's kind of wild. And he hasn't looked good for a little bit now. And that sounds incredibly rude, but I think anyone that's been watching the games will agree. A lot of Luke Voigt's bats, it feels like there's overswinging, or he hasn't felt in control of the bat.
Yeah. In Luke Voigt's one at-bat versus Garrett Cole, it came in 2017. He worked the count full, Jake, and then took strike 3 looking.
Yeah, but that it was borderline, and they didn't know who Luke Voigt was yet, so they just gave it to Cole.
Yeah. My second pick, I'm taking him just because you didn't take him now. I think I have to take Clint. Because if he does homer, it stings you a little more.
Just salt in the wound there. Yeah, I figured that might be coming.
Clint. All right, it's tied up.
Dude, think about how different that game would have been yesterday if that ball was a couple feet higher, or if they were at a stadium.
We're going to talk about it on the main podcast recap of this series tomorrow night, and I'm excited to, and I hope it continues and we have even more to talk about, because Clint versus Verlander was really fun baseball to watch yesterday.
Yeah, it was. My guy had my back yesterday. I was hyping him up all preseason. Happy for Clint. You have to be happy for Clint.
Oh, yeah. All right, that ends the pregame show. Oh, wait, Jake, over-under. And what was yesterday's final score?
I think it was the under, right? What was the final? 4-3? 7? It was 7.5, right?
Yeah, it was the under. Yeah.
Whew.
So I got it. You went over?
Skin of the teeth. Yeah, I think that might have been the first one I missed.
Wow. All right, I'm pulling it up right now. In the future, I got to remember to have this up. What do you think? Well, I like guessing what they think it is more. I think they're going to put this at 8.5.
I'm going up a half run. I'm going 8. They respect the...
You are correct.
Nice.
I'm going over here.
Okay. I'm going under. I think it's going to be a strikeout fest through the first 5.
Lasagna versus this lineup kind of scares me.
A little bit. I think he's going to bust out that dirt, that Johnny Sliders, baby.
All right. That'll be fun. That is the
But
end.
It'll be burnt out through 4.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for listening. If you enjoy these pregame shows, kindly share them with all your friends and family, and enjoy the Yankee game. Catch us on the podcast tomorrow after the game. Thank you very much. Play ball. I don't like the play ball at the end.
Yeah, I think you just need to be silly with the play ball. You've been doing it like a hokey play ball. Like, you got to let it rip. Play ball! Play ball! That's something.
Play ball.